My mom used to say, this is how the other half lives, as she looked around at all of the fancy houses, and I guess I am in the other half. You know, it's funny, the thought I'm having is, it doesn't feel all that different because I'm still so focused on growth. And that might be the difference between the two halves, like the haves and the have-nots. And that is, some people are thinking about the short term, the wishes, the goals, the somedays. And then the other half is just thinking about consistent, constant growth. Growth of your mind, growth of your relationships, growth of your income, growth of your opportunities. So check this out. This was just empty space. Oh, this wall wasn't here, right? We built this wall. This was all empty, right? So this was all empty. And then now it's going to be a little bathroom. So you walk in, have a pee, wash your hands.
Hopefully.
Come on, yeah, hopefully it'll all fit.
No, hopefully they're washing their hands.
All right. And then, so this is gonna be the mastermind area. This room is literally called the back room.
Oh,
and
I'll
show you why in a minute. But there's gonna be a big conference table here. I take a rule, I really don't buy anything unless I can create an ROI out of it. There's an ROI to everything, right? There's an ROI to how you spend your time. There's an ROI to your relationships. There's an ROI to how much sleep you get. And we're always balancing the ROI against each other. So when I bought this house, I had 3 criteria. Number 1, I wanted to be able to use it for conferences and be able to use conferences and like workshops and mastermind meetings. It had to be on the water, and it had to be rentable when I wasn't using it. Those are my 3 criteria. So I bought this house with the intent on using it for business experiences. So the way that I'm going to turn that house into an asset is I'm going to hold mastermind events, networking dinners, workshops, mastermind meetups. And that is going to be the house where you come up with the next multi-million-dollar idea, or you bring in partners on projects that end up blowing it up. And I want to create an environment and an atmosphere that's really conducive and attractive for business partners and for potential, working partners to want to come do business with me. I want to be able to invite a high-end contact and a client, and it be comfortable and attractive to both of those types of people. So as a result, that house is an asset to me. And financially, I paid cash for it because that got me a deal on the house. But what I'll do is I'll borrow, once the house is totally done, I'll borrow against the house so that there's a mortgage on it, and then I'll use that capital to put into other investments. And those investments will pay for the mortgage and then some, which is, if you look at like some of the things I invest in the back room or inside of my investment fund, the ROI on that capital is much higher than it would be just sitting in a house. So if you can take 4% out of a house, which is the cost of a mortgage, and you can put that into an investment that's doing 12%, 18%, which does exist. If you can do that, then why wouldn't you borrow as much as possible out of the house and put into other assets? So that's the financial structure and how that house is going to be an asset. And that's how I try to turn everything I do into like another level up towards building a career.
What they came up with, this is the shower I was telling you about. So this is actually a floor tile. And so there are no trim pieces to go on the edge. This is thicker than normal, so you wind up with actually about 3/4 of an inch that has to be covered. This is what they have come up with to do so.
If I'm gonna go even bigger, I've got to shed all of that and be open to just brand new opportunities that I can't even see right now. And one of the things that I wanted out of that house was I wanted to create that environment where those types of opportunities were coming up all of the time, but based on who I invited. So I just feel like it's another step. It's like, you know, I'm 30, I'll be 31 soon. And it just, to me, feels like the next step. Like the next step on a long path to being worth $100 million, being worth $1 billion.
Wow.
It's just the next thing. And I can't see what's beyond that, but that's okay, because it's like, this is the next stage. Huh, that's interesting.